And just like that, we're live. Just like that, didn't screw it up this time. Just like that, because I screwed up. Well, what I was trying to do was I was trying to do a premiere and have this slide into this live. And it didn't look right a minute or two before the premiere came on. So Mr. Smarty Pants went to tweak it. He didn't tweak it fast enough, and it started playing not as a premiere. So that's what happened. That's why we're here. And that's where we're starting live now. Hey, everybody, welcome to Prince VanLife live from the bus. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning, Donna. Sorry about the little mix up, but yeah, I was just saying I went to do a little tweak before the premiere came on, and somehow I lost the premiere. The premiere was supposed to attach to this live, and somehow I screwed that up. So just let me grab my dog. I don't. Come on. Now, I'm going to blame it on old age. Okay, hard of hearing won't work, but lack of sleep. I went to bed early last night, and I was up around midnight, tossed and turned about 3 o'clock, fell asleep. 5 a.m., it was 13 degrees inside my van, and that's not good for my arthritic joints. And I looked over my fireplace and went out. Thank God for spare tanks. About 6 o'clock, I finally could move enough that I could actually go outside and swap my propane tank so I could get my furnaces back up and running, because, man, it was getting cold in here. I believe it was, I think, 7 degrees Celsius, so is 45 degrees Fahrenheit. But it felt like 4, so that's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was pretty chilly outside, so 13 inside wasn't bad. The insulation's working. But yeah, it was so literally I got up. I was up till about, I don't know, 8 o'clock, and I jumped back into bed. I just woke up for the screwed up premiere, but I hope you guys enjoyed that and watched it. It was me. I'm going through a lot of struggles in my life, and I don't know how to make Prince Van Life videos, so I'm just doing Prince Life inside of a van. Right? What happens as we get older? Morning, James. Mr. Jimmy Hamison, long time no see. Missed you on Friday. Hi, Susan. Oh, snow in Nashville. That's good to hear. No, it's not. Unless you like the snow, which I do once it's fallen and it's late at night and everything's quiet and the glistening of the street lights. And yeah, then half an hour later, I'm good. I'm good till next time it goes down. Good morning, Bonnie. Any questions? Did you guys watch the video? Oh, it was funny. I was getting a few text messages like, "What's going on? You're not there. I thought it was a premiere. I thought it was a live." By the way, I can't remember who it was, but there's a difference between a premiere and a live. Now, this is live. This is me looking at you and talking with my lips all synced together. A premiere is when I want to bring out a video and have the same chat applet that we have here, so we can communicate, maybe ask questions about the video, say hi to everybody, and do all that, funky fun stuff that we get to do. So that's what a premiere is. It's not quite a live, so there's a little tiny bit of difference. I'm just going to try to pull up my video live here on my channel and here so I can see your questions a little bit better because you're playing off my MacBook Pro. And, well, I got good glasses, but I hate doing this. I just hate it when I do not like it when I see people like this reading the chat. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Donna. Hey, Kev C's here. Look. Hi, Kev C. I heard you're planning a camp out. When's that going to be, Kev C? Please inform us now. A jerk, eh? But you know what? In all fairness, me being a goofball acting like a jerk to Kev C is, I think it's mandatory because he does the same to me. So it's one of those brotherly love things. Hey, Kev. Oh, there we go. That's that. That's not it. That's not it. I'm still looking, guys. I'm just looking, and I can't find this live. That is so weird. I can't find the live. Are we live? 6 minutes and 30 seconds into it says we're live, but none of these are showing up on here. That is weird. Maybe you have to go onto YouTube and find it. Who we got? Yeah. Are you living in the Goldberg Express? Oh, yes, I am, Jen. I've been in here now for the last couple months, maybe 3 months. Yeah, I got out of the sticks and bricks. I came back here, and it's it's my home. Like I freaking love it here. The dude is right there. He just got in from you know doing his business, checking things out. I have a couple van life people here. Next door, we got Wayne. He's going to be having his ECG or LMNOP or something with his heart. He started some new pills to make sure that he's going to be healthy enough for surgery. And I believe they're looking for surgery sometime next month. Hey, Magnetic and Johnny. How's my mic working? Is this thing actually working? Or does it sound like I'm just talking on a computer? Yeah, Wayne is next door working on his van. It broke down last week, and he got all those parts that seems to be running late, so he's getting back together. And our friend from Kamloops, Renee from BU VanLife, showed up here for the weekend, and she's hanging out a couple of doors down. That is so weird, man. Oh, nope, nope. What is going on? Okay, I guess I have to suffer with this then. We'll just have to sit closer. Awesome. Yeah, I've been really enjoying these new microphones. I've got to get out and get them more. I can't get out and do anything. At this point in time, we've gotten a lot of progress going on, as I might have said in the video. My knee doesn't work at all. Like it takes me 2 to 5 minutes to literally break it loose. Behind my knee is almost like a sack of solid swelling, which keeps my knee slightly bent, which means I can't walk on it. So I have to sit down here like this, and then I push down on it like this. And you can actually hear it click. And then when I hear it click, I know that it's broken loose and I'll be able to walk on it soon. It's very inflamed. So we've been nursing it quite a bit, but I said, screw it. I actually had to spend 3 days in bed, exercising in bed just to try to get it to go straight. And then we got out and started moving it, and we decided we better start using it before we start losing it. So I got myself a cane, and I've been out and about trying to push myself as much as I can, trying to bear the pain. We hooked up with a rheumatologist. The rheumatologist is going to be injecting me with a not cortisone. It's going to be a cartilage type drug where they inject between your knees and then rebuilds the cartilage or fake cartilage between your knees so you're not bone on bone. And that's what's happening with my knees right now. I'm bone on bone, which is causing major inflammation. So we're hoping that's going to work. It's not covered by pharmacare, so I got to pay out a little extra money to get it done. But I honestly believe that if I would have went under the knife and got my knees removed and put back on, I probably would have had them. I probably wouldn't have made it. Hi, Renee. Huh? Are you on live? Yeah, I'm doing live. Okay. Okay. Thanks. I'll go join the live. Okay. Crazy kids, eh? They're outside playing around, so they don't know what I'm doing. They have no idea. Brent's inside his van, staying warm. The fire. Whoops. Whoops. You can't see it. Fireplace. This is my favorite spot. Sit on the couch next to the fire. It blows the hot air onto me. And then the hot air flies out of my mouth to you guys. Good morning, Virginia. Hello, Mrs. Turner. How are you? Ian was wondering where Renee was. He misses her videos. Yeah, I know. She took a break. Well, she had a break. I think she fell and really hurt her arm and she stopped making videos. I think she put out a quick little one here just last week. But yeah, you should come down and meet her if you want there. Ian, if you're up to it. Hopefully you're feeling better too. Who's all in here? Yeah, Ian wondering. Okay, there you go. You guys need to ask me more questions. I got to run out of things to say and do, and I'm not awake yet. Yeah, I was up at like I was saying, I think it was like I don't know what time. I was up at. I fell asleep around 8:30 last night, and it was just before midnight when I woke up. So from midnight till about 3 o'clock, I was tossing and turning, going like, "Can't sleep, I can't sleep." Finally fall asleep, then wake up frozen. So there's Renee right there. Hi, Brent. Hi, Renee. There's Kev C. Say hi to Kev. Oh, there you go. Good girl. Oh, community is so fun. So in the beginning of the video, I don't know if you guys watched, but in the beginning of the video, it was mentioning depression, second thoughts about being in a van, looking for a house or apartment. Um, I watched an interview with Lorraine from Boho Blue Van, which was beautifully choreographed. No, put on by Donna from Donna's Road Trips. And I was listening very closely because Lorraine's a friend of mine and our paths cross quite often, and I hear her struggles. And I she said something in her video which made a lot of sense. And she said, when I started living in a van, I love living in a van, but when my living turned into struggles, I had to relook at things. And literally, this has been a year of struggle, and this last 6 months have been hell. Um, I don't think it would have made any difference if I was living back in the place I was with my buddy. I still would have had to go through all this due to medications and medical procedures and medical stuff. It was just something I had to go through, so it was really hard. I was blessed to have a place to be, but this is my home, and I feel way more comfortable here than in somebody else's home. So that's where I'm kind of looking at. Maybe it's time for me to look for a place. And I'm thinking early 60s, I think I'm going to look at one of those old age homes. Um, Something small, something cheap, right? Subsidized housing in some of these Kiwanis places have amazing new apartments that are perfect. I moved a couple people into them in my past, and I thought, wow, they were struggling because when I took my mom through three of them, her dementia caused us to have because she would be Emma was a bit of a princess, and she didn't like people knowing she had dementia. So when people found out, she didn't want to live there anymore. She thought moving would be a better choice until she couldn't. So that was the third move. Um, so yeah, I was thinking about getting something like that, so they would have a warm, safe place where at least I could struggle without worrying about hot water, heat, refrigeration, like storing. I can store enough food that I don't have to go out shopping every few days. It's little things that we being on the road is um, we create new norms, new habits that become our norms. Um, so we get used to doing things like pooping in a bucket, emptying my pee jug. You don't do that at home. You just go sit in the toilet, warming up water so I can have a bath. But it's in a pot and a cloth. I don't jump in the shower and turn a knob. It's like, and it's not hard work, but it seems like it in the beginning till it becomes your norm. And now that my norm is turning into a bit of a struggle, it's like, oh God, now what? But that's that's where I'm at today. I'm in the middle of doing stress tests on my heart. We're trying to resettle my blood pressure. They had me on way too many meds. We got off 90% of the meds. They're trying to bring down the meds so that my blood pressure is normal. We are really looking heavily into my lungs for my COPD. Um, they have got a hold of the oxygen people so that I do have it to assist me if and when I need it as things progress. And the knee injection to bring my mobility back. When I went on all my meds and did all my other things for my knee surgery, I ended up getting very lazy and I couldn't get out of bed because of my blood pressure being so low. I was tired all the time. And when I was tired all the time, I was eating and being lazy, and I gained 30 extra pounds when I'm already 10 to 20 pounds overweight already. So now I'm carrying 40 to 50 pounds of extra weight on my sore and worn out knees. So things need to change. Hence, I'm getting up and I'm walking through the pain. Not a lot of walking, but it's a start because the pain is in the knees, but I still have to move the muscles in the calves and in my ankles and in my thighs, and I still have to burn the calories from what I eat. And so hopefully we'll get the pills in line. We'll get the O2 stuff hooked up. The injection in the knee will give Brent another couple rounds in the square ring of life, and we can get out and start doing some stuff. But I will definitely pursue. I'm definitely going to be pursuing it. My name is already on a list for seniors housing. If and when I do get that, I will probably be getting rid of my mansion here and probably the CRV. I've been actually looking at other modes of travel. Good morning, Mr. Ogo Pogo guy. And Sue, how are you? Yeah, that was like, how are you? And Deb, hi Deb, how's it going? You're here on the island, I heard. And yeah, so if things line up, and I start to get well, then I still want to do this stuff. Even if I am a bit crippled, it's going to be, I'm still going to go out and do this. I've done it my whole life, and it's just something, I don't know, you can't take away from me. I've been looking at Volkswagen vans again. Tell me you point at that thing. That thing. There we go. I won't keep the bus. Not a hope in heck. The bus is too big, too economically like not good. It's 10 miles to the gallon. Gas is too expensive. For me to go to Courtney and back is just ridiculous. It's okay if you're living and you take your time and take your time to get up there and you take your time to get back. But if I'm going to be living in a house and spending a weekend here and then ripping up to go to this place, because then you're more ripping up to get to that place or whatever, it's just not economically smart. It's very comfortable. But that's why I was saying, if I look at something else, I'm really looking at trying to see if I can get back into a Volkswagen van. And I'm talking about the ones that I used to have, but no modifications, all stock, normal size, pop top roof, the whole bit. You can stand up in them. They are the Swiss Army knives of RVs. They have everything big RVs have there. I've owned a dozen of them. I know them like the back of my hand. I'm not worried about them breaking down. I can fix them. The reason I got rid of my last one, it had too many modifications onto it that kept like breaking or changing, or they're not the best to do when you start modifying a Volkswagen. But if you have a stock one and it's in decent shape, it's really easy to. They are the people's car. They're made for the people to fix. So when we start modifying with stuff, the modifications get in the way. I couldn't do an oil change on my other one because it was so low. It had to go up on stuff like. Anyways, see you later, Jim. It was really good to see you. Say hi to Vaughn and Doodles. Hopefully, cross paths soon. Uh, that's what I'm saying, Sue Westy. Yeah. I've owned about three, three, three green late bays, they're called. They're the best ones that I found. Two of them were automatic, one was standard. And I've had a few tin tops that couldn't stand up. And basically, they're kind of the same. They're identical interiors. They just don't have the option of the honeymoon suite, upstairs. There's a penthouse suite upstairs. So I really enjoy it, especially in the summertime, being able to climb up into the canvas. It's a big queen size bed up there, and I love it up there. So talking with a guy right now, the problem is the motor's no good in his, and I'd have to pull it out and fix it. And I have a few friends that usually have those kind of things lying around, and but right at this moment they don't have any, and they're stupidly priced. I think they're $7,000 just for a new motor in them, a rebuilt motor. So you got to make sure the pricing's right on everything on these things. A lot of people go up and throw so much money. They're $250,000. Who the hell's that? Relwood. Hello, Yeah, there we go. We need some lottery tickets. Well, then we can buy a real good Volkswagen, maybe a new electric one. Thank you so much. I love the love. My I had two people come up to me last week going, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And my buddy Andrew, who's trying to help me out in my video content stuff, he's the guy that's been putting out my shorts. And I'm sorry if he's confusing any of you guys, but he's going through my old shorts because he'll bring up an old short, and I guess there's a link in the short that will take you back to go look at the old videos. So it's like going, "Hey, you want to watch the dude with the zoomies? Check the link below." So he's been playing with that because he's been listening to Grok and AI and all that stuff, and he's trying to pump up the channel through what's suggested through AI technology. But he's the guy that we camped with a while ago. And oh, Wayne popped by. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. How do I eat a nice hot thing in front of you guys like this? Oh my god. What a joy. Look at the size of those things. I forgot what I was saying. Help me. Hey, Bri. Oh, the electric ones. Yeah. So the guy that was on holidays with me with his dog uh, last year when we drove across the southern parts of the British Columbia and Alberta and Saskatchewan doing ghost towns, he showed me one. He was thinking about buying one because he's into the electric stuff. What do you think of these? I'm like, well, after being a retro Volkswagen guy, it's really hard for me to look at the new stuff that wants to be retro. And my sister, I was visiting my sister, and she's like looking at them. She drives one of those, the Toyota Prius. She drives the Prius. So, right, Kev? He cooks like that all the time for me. Eh? It is ambo. He gets these notions that he wants something, so he got himself a mini waffle maker. The little ones that you stick on top of a fire, like for making sandwiches, cast iron. So that was his first one, but it wasn't good enough. So then he got the little one that folds in half, the sandwich making waffle maker. By the looks to it, I think he went out and bought a big one. Mm. And it tastes good. Renee is here soon. She is down here. She's actually over there on the other side of Wayne right now. Um, she's joined us here on Vancouver Island again, and actually, weather's pretty friggin' nice today. So I should get out and do something after my morning nap. um, and I really appreciate that, Norm. I hope you left a message too, a comment. So if you leave right now and come back, I won't notice. Perfect day for solar. I know, right? Charging up. How are we doing? I don't seem to be charging. I do have a lot of stuff going on. What's my computer at? I better check that. One of the things I forget to do when I do that. 13%, you guys. So that's going to last for a bit. We're on 27. Yeah. We should get the hour out of it. Mm. Mm. Thanks, Wayne. Mm. What are we talking about? Oh. What are you finding in my shorts? Sue. Okay, what are we going here? Norm was late. Of course, I made a comment. Of course, you did. You're a good man, Norm. I don't care what other people say about you. I think you're great. I'm going to go walk the puppers. Oh, I tried to get up early for you to get a live going, and so you can join us. Because when I do them at 1 o'clock, you're sleeping, and now you come here and then you leave. And what did you delete, Kevin? Eh? Oh, that's okay. It's Sten. Sten's our friend. Here, we'll add him as an operator, just to let you know. Good shooting there, Kev. Don't forget, you guys have tough skin out here on the West Coast. Not like you pussies out there in Saskatchewan. All you got to worry about is a little bit of cold. We're dealing with sunshine and rain and warm temperatures. Sorry about that, Sten. If you're still in here, my buddy Kev was just doing his job. That's why he's got the blue. So I gave you some blue too. So pop up, you'll see some blue. There's my good friend France. Hi, France. How you doing? France is out traveling all over the states right now in her retro-looking trailer, hanging out in the desert somewhere. Where? Lucky girl. Oh, nice. Have fun at the showers at Planet Fitness. How are the showers at Planet Fitness? Better question, because the ones I was at, not Planet Fitness. Can't remember the one I joined. I'd never join those guys again. To Texas. Oh, so white. Oh, nice. You missed all of me. I don't want to whine and snivel anymore because if I talk too negatively, I'll attract more there, France. But uh, we're thinking heading in the right direction. How's that sound? Yeah, I read that, Bonnie. See, every time I sit, you bend your knee when you sit, and then I have to go straighten it out, and it's like And they don't have me on any meds. Basically, I'm down to Tylenol, and I have some T3s, but since I'm on um, my stress test, I'm not allowed to have coffee or anything caffeinated after 10 o'clock yesterday. Matter of fact, I have to go into starvation after dinner tonight, so I can't eat or have caffeine and then Monday I got to go into the hospital. And you guys ever had that where they do a stress test? And since I don't have knees and lungs, the stress test they give me is nuclear. So they stick nuclear crap into your veins, which then goes into your heart, and then it causes it to race, and then they go take pictures of it while it's stressed. And everybody around you wearing gowns that are covered in little like lead and stuff like this, and you're walking in there like, "What are you sticking in me?" This is the second time I did it, and I swear, a nurse told me, "Don't ever let them do that to you again." On my first one, too late. Hello, Lisa from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm up here near Tacoma, not Philadelphia, Atlanta, or LA. Wow, I'd see that if I pull that song right out of there. You know it. Come here, dude. Come here, little boy. Come. Good boy. Come on. There you go. Oh, I forgot to take your leash off. Otherwise, you'd be in bed, wouldn't you? Go. Look at this little shithead. Look at this little shithead. Hi, everybody. Say hi. We were talking to his groomer yesterday when I was out shopping. And I think I got to get him done just before Christmas. Oh, thank you, friends. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. This guy here is, oh my God, he knows. He's actually matured and like become a loving, caring dog instead of well, he's still one of those guys. He's still a runner. He doesn't run away. He listens a bit, but he doesn't keep running. Like, he's still got a distance on. You probably saw him in the if you watched the video before coming here. He was we took him to the doggy park, which I should do today because it is very sunny out. And he goes out and he just runs himself right to the ground. And then finally, when I call him, he actually comes right away because he's so tired. And then he's like, bring him home here, and he's done. Like, come home, drink, and jump into bed. And he's good for like a week. Anyways, hey, Mikey, how's it going? Long time no see. Heard you're up at Costco last night. Yeah, you're at Costco last night, I think. I have somebody spying on you, and they told me, hey, you know a guy in an ambulance with little black signs that look like houses on the side of his house? I said, never heard of him. What's this? Have a pre-hospital bee on us? Beer. Okay. I can't believe there's two beer. I think I just ran out of beer, and I haven't. I go for beers with my buddies basically, and I don't drink around here. I haven't even drank with the boys in the shop. It's just I don't know. It's good for it for one thing, but it's a lot of work to just get up and go. Like get up and go shopping it has to be like a day plan, and and you have to plan the medication so that you're not in major pain. And yeah, I don't like complaining. Like I really don't. But I got old really fast. Like I started getting these. I want to say debilitating because it kind of is. It's like it stopped me in my tracks. And but hopefully this is the good news. My testing ends Monday, and I have nothing until December the 1st. That gives me almost 3 weeks of downtime where I have nothing. Then I'm going for my knee injection. So if I keep myself mobile, keep myself healthy, make sure the heart's doing good, and I become mobile enough that we can go out. Wayne has something on the 17th. I think he might be taking off here the next couple days, test out his ovulus. But we're trying to look at something to do later in the month just to go out and do something. I invited our friend Brian. I think he's in the shout here somewhere. Um, Brian works up north or something. He's down in the south coast down here in Langford, and he's been meaning to come up and visit me. But even having visitors is not having fun. So I told him I was too busy this weekend. Maybe I'll hook something up and we'll go up island, or I'll go down island to meet him or something. So maybe we'll have a little VanLife gathering of different people here on the island. Drake, Renee, maybe if she wants to come with us, we'll go check things out, have a little fun, get on the road, do some. Well, I don't know how much exploring I'll do, but I'll get my video camera out and I'll shoot some cool stuff because that's what I like to do. Tell a story, get up there. Yeah, I'm not old. My body sure the heck is, man. Yeah. Heating pads. Hmm. You got a point there. I've been using rubbing ointments on my knees. They work great to break it loose in the morning. You need to keep like on your feet. It's hard though because it's when you get mobile, it's fine, but then since you can't walk right, all of a sudden your hip starts to hurt or your ankle starts to hurt, and so you can't do a lot of movement, but you need to stand up, and it's just we are pushing through. I'm telling you, hot water bottles helpful. That's where I need. See, that's what I mean. Those things are simple when you live in a sticks and bricks because you walk over and you can either boil water or turn the tap on. Here, I gotta bring out my stove, turn on the power to my water, fill it up, pour it in, or heat is like okay. I have 300 amp hours of battery power, and sunlight is limited in the winter, and how much draw is on a It's a funny thing. Like it's things we take for granted. Like it's, yeah, yeah. The more you guys say stuff like that, the more it's like I need an apartment. I love my buddy actually, the guy that I was living with for my knee surgery. Um, he wasn't feeling well. We were at Go for Beers on Friday, and he actually got up and left without paying his bill. It was really busy, but he says there's something wrong. I go like this, and it feels like my head's slower than my eyes are looking. He said, I don't know what that is. I'm like, what? And later I realized that, oh, that's what happens when I get my blood pressure goes too high. So I called him. Said the next morning, I'm like, hey, are you okay? He goes, I'm in the hospital. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, high blood pressure. I'm like, oh shit. Do you need anything? So I had to get up and go by and get my meds, and then I picked up his electrical stuff and stopped by and saw him. But great guy, love him to death. But again, roommates aren't my thing. I'm a loner. Definitely a loner. I love people, love hanging out with you guys, but I love my space and I love my quiet time and I love my dog. The more I meet people like you guys, the more I like my dog. Don't take it personal, okay? Because I don't want you guys to get all mad at me or something else. But here we go. Brian's all anxious. I go anywhere. I'll meet you anywhere. I drive for a living. I do it at night. I do it in my sleep. It's like, yeah, Wayne can drive 20 minutes and then we got to figure out where we're going from there. How's it doing, Mrs. Ropiak? Sue, how are you? Yeah. Ron Fast, Mr. Sir. Still got your present hanging up on my wall here for you. Hopefully get over to the mainland here. I really am hoping, I'm crossing my fingers that I can take you guys on a trip, and I want to do like a winter trip. So we're gonna see how this knee injection goes, and if I get mobile and I feel good about my health, that I can. I need to be able to maintain things. Like I mean, it was a struggle for me just to go and change propane tanks this morning. It, something that sounds simple took me, probably over half an hour, and that's because it was so cold. It affected my joints so much. It was really hard for me to get the mobility just to go out there and do that. So I need to know that if I'm going to go out in the wintertime, I better be able to survive those kind of things. Can I have enough propane? I won't go for long because I'll use my big propane tank and I'm good for, oh, 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the weather. If I'm traveling, the bus gets heated by the car engine. But yeah, we can hopefully do something in the winter. I really want to go up to Alberta and visit my kids and grandkids. Do a little trip like that. Maybe get a trip over towards Saskatchewan a little bit. Maybe somebody will come out and say hi and hang out with me. Definitely not for the sissies. Eh? Getting old is not for sissies. You got to be a tough guy. Yeah, no, um, everything's great. Like it is what it is, exactly what it is. It's a struggle, yes. The struggles, maybe that's. I told you guys a year ago, over a year and a half ago, when I was coming back across Canada and I was struggling. I was struggling to come home. And by the time I got to Alberta, I said, I have to go home. There's no more traveling. I can't do what I'm doing. My mind was not in it and I had to get home. And maybe that was life saying, things are about to change for a bit, Brent. So roll with the punches, keep a smile on your face, try to be positive, invite good things into your life. I read a book once called The Secret, and that's what it said. Whatever you put out into the universe, you get back. So if you want to sit at home and whine and complain about your bills, great, because you're going to get more bills, right? So put $1 million check on your roof, and every morning you can look up at it, and that's what I'm going to go for. That's what I'm going to go for. And people have actually achieved things like this by putting out the positive and good things into the universe and having the universe reply with what you were asking for. So we're working on that. I've lost that ability. I was one of those kind of guys like 20 years ago and all that stuff, and I kind of fell off that way, and I'm being brought back to it through different means and running into different people. Um, yeah. Anyways, I keep losing you guys. Did you get that lap dance? No, it's too far north. We should get Wayne one. Hey, Wayne, want to go to Camp River? They have a stripper joint with lap dances. I'll pay. We'll see if Wayne's in here. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I need both, but beer and money. Okay, let's carry a bigger stick. There you go. There you go. Walk softly and carry a big stick, right? Yeah, for sure. Uh, oh, that sounds good. The art of not giving a fuck. Hey, spoiled rotten, long time no see. Where have you been? I honestly think, Norm, that it's one of the things that me and when me and when Wayne and I took off to do that VanLife meetup up island, and we decided to wander off the back roads and hang out for another week or 10 days. It was probably the most fun we've had all year long, and we didn't drive anywhere. We we drove, but it was like 5 kilometers. Every 5 kilometers there was a campsite. So we enjoyed ourselves so much we lost track of our power, and not being driving and not being in the sunlight direct power, we weren't solar powering ourselves all that well. So we learned a great lesson that trip, and Wayne got a new generator. So he shouldn't run into that problem anymore. But just to be out and in the nature, and not having the dealing with your day to day struggles in a town and doctors and stuff, it was such a relief to get away. So hopefully we can get out and do that, and then hopefully he's healthy enough to go in for his surgery here, and hopefully he gets hooked up here this year for him. So, life's great. It was, wasn't it, buddy? So he wasn't here for the Zambo. So he was out working on a Zambo, putting it all back together. He had it towed in here, so he kept doing everything he thought he needed to do, and finally got down and figured out what the problem was. And he actually started it yesterday, and I was quite impressed because probably the most quietest I've ever heard it running. Good job, Wayne. You missed it. You missed the part about going out for a lap dance. Maybe we can get Fun Mike to come with us. Hey, Mike, you want to come up to Campbell River? We'll go up and see the strip joint and get a lap dance for Wayne. Hello, Mike's our young friend. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys all for showing up. Oh, did you? I didn't see. Did you say it'd probably kill you? Hell, my friggin' driving almost kills you, man. He's 51. Okay. Well, good for you, buddy. I would never have guessed it. Um, I'm going to take the rest of the day off here. Well, not the rest of the day off. I have to go and hook up my propane um, regulator. I had to buy a new regulator for the big tank, so I'm going to go hook that baby up. And then I'm going to probably run away to the gas station to get some propane in my big tank. Um, so I feel more safety. Plus, I got to fill up my empty one. So with that, we're going to go enjoy what's left of my day here on Vancouver Island. I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out. And oh, look, there's George. Hey, George. He was in here early and left on my premiere. That never happened. So, yeah, have a great day. Help somebody. Get out of yourself and do something for others. It's amazing how when we stop to help people without being recognized, um, how rich we feel inside of our hearts. So, peace, love, and granola. I'm out of here.